Tonight, we are following through on an issue that really struck a chord with families all across Ohio: school funding. We told you earlier this month when the Ohio House Speaker announced that it was time to revisit the state school funding formula.
That formula was created after the state Supreme Court found that Ohio's school funding was unconstitutional. And Huffman quickly faced backlash.
You have to look at whether these dollars are being spent wisely.
They're hearing from their constituents. They're hearing from their residents that, hey, listen, we don't want our teachers taking pay cuts. We don't want class sizes of 32 and 33.
Today, our Columbus Bureau reporter Morgan Trout spoke with Huffman about whether he is planning to change the lesson plan on school funding.
It's in all of our best interest that we educate everyone.
Warrensville Heights City Schools has 2,000 students, and Superintendent Donald Jolly says a fourth of them have special needs. The current school funding formula, the Cup-Patterson plan, provides money for districts so they can rely less on taxes.
We get a lot of support with reading intervention and special needs students and so forth.
But he says Ohio House Speaker Matt Huffman will force them to cut reading and math intervention specialists. The speaker wants to slash at least $650 million in public education spending in this General Assembly's budget.
Implementing of the Cup-Patterson plan that many believe is a fait accompli, that we decided 4 years ago that in this budget we're going to do that, in my estimation, is a fantasy.
Ohio has less money for this budget due to the end of federal COVID funding. And Huffman says public ed is on the chopping block.
What is the least expensive, acceptable educational product for the taxpayer? If someone says they're willing to take a $7,000 scholarship voucher and go to a private school rather than going to a school that in some cases it's about $15,000, that's better for the taxpayers.
For the speaker, that's EdChoice, the private school vouchers, a system he champions. The state has spent roughly $1 billion in public money to send kids to non-public schools.
You would think with the $1 billion in public investment, we'd be very concerned about what exactly that's going to. And yet we don't have any type of report.
Parma City School Superintendent Charles Smilik says that K-12 schools are held to higher standards than private schools, especially since there is no reporting guideline on how vouchers are spent. I questioned Huffman on the lack of transparency with the state money.
There's the private accountability. It's the parents and the folks who go there.
But Jolly says you can see how public schools spend money, especially for special needs programs, and adds that these are kids that many private schools can't accommodate.
We can't say you don't fit, go to another school.
Huffman says that despite the backlash, he isn't changing his mind. At the Ohio State House, I'm Morgan Trout reporting.